welcome back. Voice crack. Welcome back. My name is Caitlin. I work on a cruise ship. I started this YouTube channel to kind of talk more about life at sea, but I actually never really introduced myself. So most of you guys just asked, like, what do you actually do? So we're gonna get into that this week. I actually always drink my protein shakes in this beautiful Margaritaville cup I got in Jamaica, because I'd rather be in Jamaica. Context, I'm from Indiana, which is great if you love corn and soy, and I love my family. But there's not much more. Basically, I wanted to put this video out here because I realized I told a lot of you I work on the ship, but I didn't actually describe what I do. So let's get into that. What do I actually do on board? So basically, you have your professional entertainment, you know, the ones with talent, your dancers, your theater performers, your acrobats, your singers in the lounges, all those people. And then you also have us. We're the entertainment team, so we run all the activities that are on your daily program. Stuff like bingos, trivias, sporting events all over the ship. Anything that's just kind of something to keep you occupied with your time, even like arts and crafts. My team is the team that's in charge of hosting, preparing, readying, and operating those events smoothly. Whatever the party is, we're in charge of making sure that you guys have fun. So yes, I dance a lot. I don't dance well, but my theory is if I am not dancing well and I'm up on the stage, then you're gonna feel a lot better about coming to join us dance. I work for MSC, which is an Italian company. It stands for Mediterranean Shipping Company. They are very, very big in the cargo world, and they started to grow rapidly in the shipping world as well. I personally didn't even know about them until right before I applied for the job. Like I said, they are Italian, so they are pretty big in other parts of the world, and especially the Mediterranean, but they just haven't been in the American market so long. So when I was a senior in college, I took a spring break trip on an MSC cruise, literally just because it was a cheap cruise to book. We didn't know anything about them either. And then I made friends with all the employees, and the entertainers especially were really, really cool. I always felt comfortable hanging out with them. I always wanted to go to all their events and activities, and I was just so curious about their lives. I asked them everything. I asked them, oh, do you do this for fun? Do you do it because the money is really good? Are you smiling because you have to? Honestly, I was very surprised to know that most of them really loved their job and were really, really happy with what they were doing. So I, being the normal person I am, decided instead of using my college degree, I'm just gonna throw that to the side and go on a ship for a few years. My goals were kind of just to learn languages, travel the world, make new friends, go on any kind of adventure before I got locked down in a desk job. Fun fact, I said I would only stay one contract, and about 3 years later, I am still on board. This is actually a very common thing amongst ship employees. Everyone always says, oh, one more contract, and then we stick around again and again and again. It becomes quite an addictive lifestyle. You're always moving, you're always running, you're always doing something, you're always high energy, there's always something to do, and you come home, and sometimes you can get a little lost and feel like life has moved on without you, because frankly it has. Anyways, on my way back from that vacation, I went ahead and applied to work for MSC. They wanted to know how many languages I could speak. I said American. They wanted to know if I had any experience in hotels or entertainment. I said none. But I got really, really lucky because I kind of got in at the beginning of a really, really big growth period for MSC where they're just hiring a lot of people. Now, everyone always asks what kind of credentials you need to go on board, and we do have lots and lots of certificates we need to have. This is a 6-page medical, I'm not going to show you all for personal reasons, physical documentation that basically all crew members have to have. It's very intensive. It's a lot more extensive than anything you'd ever have on land because A, the company does pay for all your medical expenses, on top of the fact that you're still floating in the middle of the sea. So even though the hospitals are good for what they need to be for, emergencies more or less, and basic injuries, we want to make sure that you don't have any previous problems that will play into the job, and even mental illnesses that make it hard to stay away from your family in the middle of a ship for months and months at a time. Then I have these, and these are all my STCW certificates. I had to take a week-long course, about 8 to 5 every single day, and I sat in the classroom, took notes to get all these certificates, and it's basically a maritime professional training that qualifies you for working on the sea. It's not just for cruise ship employees. I actually took a class with lots of people that worked on yachts, took the class with a guy that owned a surf shop in Costa Rica. Basically, any job where you'd be on the sea, you would have to get these certificates. It's a mix of things: security on the sea, basic firefighting. That was really, really fun. We had to go on a house on fire and actually learn basic techniques, which actually if you work on a cruise ship, you won't even need, because we have firefighters on board and we're not allowed to touch that kind of things. But some ships and some companies, maybe, I don't know. Personal survival techniques, which is basically the course where we kind of learn about if we were stuck at sea, like if the ship were to have sank, what we would have to know about the life jackets, the life rafts, the lifeboats, everything we would know to stay alive. A lot of you actually asked if we have to know how to swim. We do not, because at the end of the day, if the ship were to sink and you are going to jump into the water, it doesn't matter how good of a swimmer you are. The sea is strong. So we don't have to know how to swim, but we do need to know how to survive in the water. First aid and CPR, everyone does have to have that training. Safety and social responsibility. Basically, it's just a whole bunch of safety precautions before you go working on the sea. And if that wasn't enough training already, we also have all kinds of safety training once we get on board for our specific vessel. So on my ship, on my cruise line, we all get these red cards when we come on board. It's basically just a safety card with all of our different information that we would ever need to know if we had an emergency. That way, in case you do have a brain fart because you're in the middle of an emergency, we would have this as a backup with us at all times. And then you have crew drills once every couple weeks. You have personal trainings once every couple weeks. You have to refresh on things. So definitely safety is #1 priority. And of course, the most important thing about working at sea is safety. All right, so I know that was a lot of information really, really fast, but I just wanted to tell you guys what I actually did and what I actually needed before I could go on board. So if this is your first time seeing any of my videos, welcome. I'm Caitlin. I am the founder of She Loves She Travels. Founder, that sounds so fancy. Basically, I own a blog, which is cool because on that blog, I talk about all my experiences on the cruise ships, all my travel hacks, and all my budget tips. So if you're interested in any of that, please check out my website. It is called SheLovesSheTravels.com. You can find me on Instagram, on TikTok, on all the social medias the kids have these days. And if you guys have any questions, like always, put them below. And until then, I'll see you next week. Ciao. I'm trying to do an Italian thing since my company's Italian, but it just sounds so stupid when I speak it. Ci vediamo dopo.